we're now coming to the end of the international break, the last of the calendar year. Hip hip hooray. A number of players representing their countries now travelling back to Auchenhowie to rejoin the Rangers first team squad. Now, one player who will be returning is Yanis Hagi. He has been told by his Romania manager, Mircea Lucescu, to leave the club. Speaking to a Romanian media outlet, he says, yes, of course, I advised him. How could I not? It's not the first time. I also told him that I would give him his chance to play, but he has to go to another team where to play effectively. He played well, and I congratulate him. This was after Romania's 4-1 win over Cyprus, in which Hagi received the Man of the Match award and set up one of the goals. Spoke about this a bit yesterday with Joshua, Chris, about Hagi coming back. I'd be looking to start him on Saturday. I'd get him in the team. Rangers need that sort of creative spark for me. They don't have enough players that gets bums off seats. And I think Hagi could be that creative spark against Dundee United at the weekend. I know he get banned for a number of games after his red card in his return game against St Johnstone. I would like to have seen more of him in a Rangers jersey. Do you reckon we'll see him at the weekend? And what do you make of these comments from the Romania manager?
I think if we don't see more of him over the next 2-3 weeks, the Romanian manager may well get his wish come a January window. It feels like a really defining couple of weeks for Yanis Hagi, and potentially for a couple of others as well. You look at the fixtures that Rangers have got coming up. Also, you know how difficult the European ones are. Hagi clearly also not involved in that squad, so you can take him out of those ones. You then look at some of the domestic ones. Everyone a must win, including the cup final. Heading into the new year, Old Firm game in the league, Rangers need to be point perfect. Anything less than that, they can forget the title. I think, even though a number of us have already written it off already, but that would leave them with if they drop anything else, it could potentially leave them with a gap to Aberdeen that is just insurmountable in the second half of the season. I wrote a piece about Hagi, I think it was last week, looking at his situation. He actually spoke to Rangers TV and did his first interview since coming back. And as always, I thought he spoke really well. You can tell that he's invested in the club. You can tell that he's invested in himself. I do like him. Is he the answer to all of Rangers' problems right now? No. But could he be a potential answer to some of them? I think so, yes. I think he is. He's got the ability. He's got the mentality. I don't think he's going to start every single week. But again, you look at this run of fixtures coming up. If he can't play in some of these games, if he can't be the difference, if he can't start some of them, if he can't get at least half an hour in some of them, then I think we can say the writing's on the wall in terms of his Rangers career. We know what Rangers are going to face, starting with United this weekend. We know what they're going to face a number of these games. We know how important it is. You need players that can step up in those moments. Now, we've spoken before about Rangers being a moments team, being an individuals team. They don't have those phases of play that continually cut teams open and create a barrel load of chances and score a whole lot of goals. They do rely on individuals to provide those game-changing, match-winning moments. Hagi has that in his locker. Is he going to be your starting number 10 over the next coming weeks? I don't think so. Can he have more of a role than, to go back to the last game, Kieran Dill, for example, coming on ahead of him? I think that was a sub that really raised a lot of questions about Yanis Hagi's future at Rangers in these next couple of weeks. If he's not playing, he will surely be thinking, is Rangers the right club for me? Do I have to move on? But as the summer showed, that's easier said than done. It wasn't exactly inundated with offers over the summer. That's why they then had the situation when he played for the B team. Why then had the situation with his contract standoff issue was then resolved. So it's one thing saying play him or lose him. You might not necessarily lose him all that easily. But the more he does internationally and has had another good break with Romania, that's also good for brand Hagi, if you like, and certainly good for his potential options come the January window if that's required.
Yeah, I just look at Rangers and there's no doubt about it. One of the most boring Rangers teams I've seen for quite some time, if not ever. So Hagi, for me, is someone that can excite. As you touched on, Chris, don't think he's necessarily the overall answer to Rangers' problems, but he's someone that you enjoy watching when he's on form. And if he's doing the business for his national team, then surely he's good enough for a starting role in this turgid Rangers side. Let's get to some of the comments that are coming in, because a number of them on Hagi. Aldo says Hagi is a better option than Lawrence or Diamande at 10. Hard to disagree with that. James Quinn with the point, feels sorry for Hagi, but looks like he's not wanted. Crazy decision, in my opinion. Nicky gets in touch as well, says Hagi turned into Prime Requelme this international break. Good stuff. What a player he was, by the way, if you never watched him in action.